Welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. It is Arsenal News Now and the mid-morning edition. Wow, is it mid-morning or afternoon? Good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back, lads. How is your Sunday? Look, I mean, one of my really awful days is Sunday. It's so slow. It's very, very slow as a day. But I'll try to keep you posted and updated with whatever is going on. It's a Sunday and all we've got to do is relax. Just relax. All countries in lockdown. Of course, there is not much we can do, but all I can say is we pray the COVID-19 virus gets dead and dusted so that life goes back to normal. That's it. Those are, that is all we can pray. Personally, I'm in lockdown for 42 days. That is disgusting, honestly, really disgusting. But speaking about the transfers, and it is Lokonga we're gonna speak about. Albert Sambi Lokonga has agreed to join Arsenal. He has told his representatives that he's very keen on an Arsenal move. So almost everything is agreed. The deal is expected to be complete by Monday or Tuesday in the coming week. So that's what we're going to discuss in this video. Sambi Lokonga, very margins close to joining us. He has turned down Bayern Munich, and that is what is actually very interesting, because I thought when I looked at the Bayern deal, I thought, look, this could be havoc, this could be problems, but he has decided to join Arsenal. Earlier on, the reports were saying that he wanted to go to Seville and Arsenal, but looks like he'll be going to Arsenal in the end. So next week, Monday or Tuesday, latest Wednesday, we should be getting a done deal. We should be confirming, at least with Fabrizio Romano or with Arsenal, that the player has actually joined the club. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let us get into it. The video is brought to you by OneXpert. Obviously, OneXpert brings you all your latest in terms of betting. They have the Euros in stock right now. You're gonna bet on the Euros. If you use my promo code Cossy Media, you'll be able to win up to $130 on your first deposit. That is awesome. So make sure you do check out OneXpert and bet with them. So let us get into it, and it is Albert Sambi Lokonga we're gonna speak about in this video. So first and foremost, news now. News to Arsenal, or now to Arsenal, actually that is the account, broke the news and said Albert Sambi Lokonga is expected to sign for Arsenal in the coming days. It's nearly a done deal, and we did look at that yesterday. Obviously, more news coming in. Only and this is Arsenal transfers. That is the account is saying only signing I can see getting done in the short term is Lokonga from Anderlecht. Bid was rejected, but Arsenal not far from the asking price, which is 17 million euros. Now the player is keen on the move, and Arsenal want it done before other clubs get involved. And lastly, obviously this is from the Daily Canon. They said Sambi Lokonga is now expected to complete the Arsenal move. So that is it. The player has agreed to join Arsenal and is very keen on that move. Look, we don't have so many players at the moment we can attract, honestly, because of our position. We either have to spend so much, we either have to spend a lot of money, lots and lots of money to bring in players, or we have to leave the transfer window empty-handed, which is something that we cannot agree on, which is something that we do not want. So our first signing, if nothing changes, because there are two deals that are moving almost at the same pace. The Ben White deal from Brighton, and then as well as the Sambi Lokonga deal from Anderlecht. Of course, the Lokonga deal, you expect the Lokonga deal to be easier. First and foremost, it's a less money deal. It is 17 million pounds. I still remember Fabrizio Romano last summer. He was speaking about Jadon Sancho, and he said, "Give these deals time. When teams are negotiating millions and millions of money, deals take time. So make sure you give the deals time." Of course, he was talking to Manchester United fans who are very desperate, and the way deals are gonna be structured, and how much is gonna be paid, that takes a lot of time. Negotiations, compromises, they take a lot of time, and that's why I believe Lokonga is gonna be our first signing in the next week. According to Chris Whitley, we expect at least two deals to get done, and that could be Ben White and Lokonga. Lokonga has agreed to join us. No, it's not personal terms, people. he has said he will join Arsenal. Of course, there are two clubs that is open to joining. The first one is Arsenal, and the other is Sevilla. So, he's told his agent, he's told his camp, you know what, I do not have problems with playing for Arsenal. I don't have issues with joining Arsenal. Yes, it is okay. Do the deal. Let the deal roll. He has not agreed personal terms. We have not agreed with him the salary. We have not agreed anything like that. It's just that the player has been notified of our interest, and yes, he has agreed. And you know what? Yes, I will join Arsenal if a deal can be struck between Anderlecht and Arsenal, and of course if we can do agree on the personal terms. So a lot of work is left to do on this deal, but like I said, it is an easy deal. It is easy. That is the beauty with the Lokonga deal. That's the beauty with deals like that. The player wants to join. It is less money. All you've got to do is to structure the payments, negotiate for the for the salary with the player, and then you're gonna have him. Lokonga is a young player, and it fits into our next story, which is the Cronkies have said, we have terms and conditions for the money we are giving you in this summer. There is strings attached. We are not giving you money to, we are not boosting the club for free. There are terms and conditions for the rebuild. There are terms and conditions for the money we are gonna get, and I do not have a problem with that, because they're capitalists. They have to get profits. My only problem is, if you want to make money out of a club like Arsenal, why the hell do you not invest? That is my only problem. So let us go back to Lokonga. Monday, which is tomorrow, I expect a big update on Lokonga. And then Tuesday or Wednesday, I expect the deal to be done. With issues to deal with, Ben White and things like that. I think Arsenal, of course, the players also agreed to join Arsenal, which is very, very good. He's not agreed personal terms like many people are saying, but there is an agreement between Ben White and Arsenal to join Arsenal, and that's why Chris Whitley says that could be the next deal. That could be the next deal that happens after the Lokonga deal. So we're gonna pay £17 million for the player, 21 years of age. He's a midfielder, and I think his deal, obviously and really, his deal affects the Bissouma deal directly, but reports are saying that the deal does not affect the Camavinga deal. Now, that is where it gets a little bit confusing and a little bit unclear. But like I said in the first video, if you're losing two midfielders in your setup, you've got to at least replace them. If you're losing Granit Xhaka, who is a starter, and you're losing Mateo Gendouzi and Lucas Torreira, you've got to replace them. So I think Sambi Lokonga will be that player, waiting on the bench, just waiting for game time. 21 years of age. I think he is the backup option to He is the backup option to Camavinga. Camavinga is the priority. The player we want to sign in is Eduardo Camavinga, and he's the player that Arsenal want to play with to partner Thomas Partey in that midfield. So I think with Lokonga, we might see much of him in January when Thomas Partey goes out for the African Cup of Nations. We might see a lot of we might see a lot of Lokonga in January when Partey goes out in AFCON. So we could see Camavinga and Lokonga playing together in that midfield. Obviously, Mateo Gendouzi is leaving the club, so you have to replace him. And I think the place that's gonna replace him is gonna be Sambi Lokonga. So with Lokonga, a deal. No, he has agreed to join Arsenal. We're waiting for personal terms and a second bid so that the deal is actually closed this week. I've seen many journalists saying if it is not Monday, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday, it's Thursday or Friday, but surely a deal is gonna get done, and that's what I'm waiting for, so that I can confirm with my audience that, you know what, we have signed the man. We are just waiting for other things. My name is Cossy. Please do smash a like on the video, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.